Hey Geminis, welcome back to your general and love reading for May 2019. I am the Divine Realessa, and I am doing things a little bit differently. I moved into a spot that had more lighting for you guys because I know before it was so hard to see the cards and everything like that with the area that I was in before. So I thought I'd try something new. I'm going to go ahead and start off with your general life, and then I will be heading into your love life. For general life, I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot, the Fairies, Messages from the Angels, and Angels of Abundance. Okay, so we have a lot of reversals here. And what I'm getting, Gemini, because we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse as well. So what I'm getting is there's almost like there's an opportunity sitting there waiting for you. It seems like it's an opportunity to rebuild something that was once lost, something that was once damaged, okay? But I feel like there hasn't been any progress with that, okay? Then we also have the Queen of Wands in the upright and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so it's almost like you have all this passionate energy. Okay, it's, you know what you want, you do know what you want, but you have an issue expressing it. Okay, so I feel like this actually could be someone from, it could be just a overall situation from the past is what I'm getting. It's definitely something that was once lost or just kind of forgotten, something that was kind of abandoned by you. If this was a project for some of you guys, it could have had something a lot to do with your financial matters, or maybe it was an old job, okay? But there's something here that still has the probability of growing, but you haven't taken any action on it yet. There hasn't been any movement, and it's something that you are passionate about. However, you just have this issue of just not really putting your emotions and standing up for it, okay? Not really appreciating the passion that you have for it. Now, these messages aren't going to resonate with all of you. It's just pretty much the energy that I'm channeling, okay? Then we have the Empress in the reverse and the Three of Cups. Okay, so I'm feeling like there's this need to honor yourself, okay? There's this need to nourish yourself, to give yourself some love, some TLC, to appreciate yourself a little bit more, Gemini. Okay, if you haven't taken some time to really indulge in some self-care, some much needed self-care, I'm seeing there's a need to do so, okay? You're keeping yourself stuck here. Like, you know there's a way out. They have like an eagle here ready to come in and attack. Possibly steal the only tool that you have of freeing yourself. Okay, and you're almost just sitting there blindly letting it happen. Okay, you're keeping yourself stuck. Dang, Gemini. I almost feel like there's really this need to trust. I feel like you're just not trusting. I don't know if it's you're not trusting the situation overall, if you're not trusting, you know, the possibilities or the outcome of all of this, or what your intuition or your spirit guides have been telling you. But there's this need to trust, okay? You're not allowing yourself to be a bit vulnerable, even with yourself. Okay. And the first card out from the fairies is the World. Okay. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Okay, so I feel like in the month of May, you're going to change all of this. Okay, whatever this situation was. Okay, I noticed for a lot of signs there's been a lot of shifts taking place. I keep mentioning it over and over again. I keep seeing it and reading after reading. Okay, there's a lot of shifts that are taking place within everyone's lives right now. Okay, so I feel like with you coming into May, that shift is taking place in your life, and it has to do with that whatever this situation is, this situation that was once abandoned or deaded. Okay, then we have the Queen of Autumn. Generous, stylish, gracious, practical. Okay, it says be practical with respects to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Okay, so you have the ability to make even what seems like an impossible situation possible. You have the ability to go after whatever it is that you choose to go after in life, okay? There's just this need to trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your higher calling. You have to trust your guides, your intuition. And this, honestly, what worries me is this Empress in reverse here. Okay, it's almost like you kind of out of your element, okay? You're avoiding the most beautiful things about yourself. Okay, so Gemini, if there's any fear or ego that tries to keep up, especially within, you know, the shift from April into May, pay attention to that. Okay, and although you must acknowledge it and examine it, try not to feed too much into it. Okay, so we have Angel Isabel here. And her message to you is, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome, follow your positive expectations. Okay, so there's a positive outcome to this. But you have to trust yourself. You have to open yourself up to this. Okay, you have to follow your passion. And there's this need to come back to yourself and to nourish yourself, to appreciate yourself, to take care of yourself, give yourself a bit of self-care. Okay, because you are the Queen of Autumn. You are glamorous. Okay, so take that how it resonates. And then the last card I'm going to pull. Okay, so we have bountiful nature. And this message reads, spending time in nature helps shift you. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree. Garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Okay, so yeah, this talks about grounding yourself. Okay, with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's not very grounded. There's still this pentacle here, right? Something to be delivered here, something to be accomplished here. Okay, but there's this need to get grounded again. Okay, to focus on yourself a little bit more. Focus on your energy. Focus on what you're putting into your body. Focus on, you know, what your intuition is trying to tell you, getting yourself in better health, okay? So take that how it resonates. But I'm definitely getting trust. Okay, Gemini. You really have to, when it comes to your passions, you have to give it all, your all. You have to put your loyalty into it. Okay. And most importantly, you have to take care of yourself. But there's definitely movement happening after this shift. Okay, if you haven't gone through it already. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the love reading. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I'm going to have two sides. I'm going to have your side, your counterpart's energy, and then the overall. Gemini, please. Okay. All right, and let me just pull for the overall energy and then I'll get right into it. Okay, so Gemini, for your side, you have the Moon, Four of Swords, and the Queen of Swords at the top. Okay, so immediately I get with this is that when it comes to love, your love life, and the situation with your counterpart in the month of May, excuse me, there is a couple things that need to be illuminated. And in order for that to happen, there's a need to channel, you know, that Cancerian water intuitive energy, and of course, go within to find your answers. Okay, the Queen of Swords is someone who speaks truth, someone who knows what she wants, a woman that, you know, cuts right to the chase. Okay, doesn't take no for an answer. Okay, so there's this truth coming in, and I feel like this truth that's coming in is something that definitely has to pertain to you and the way that you carry yourself within this dynamic between you and your counterpart here, okay? Yeah, so Spirit is definitely trying to communicate with you. And I also feel like there's almost this need to just, you know, want to take care of your counterpart, okay? So you have here, you have a pretty sexual and intimate, you know, date here, okay? We have 4 people, so multiple people involved. Then with the 4 of Swords, we have this woman here being completely vulnerable with this man, okay? She's kind of just massaging him in his area, okay? She's very vulnerable with him, very intimate with him. And then here, you know, she's all, you know, getting intimate with herself while looking at this portrait of someone. Okay, so I definitely get the need, for the month of May, I definitely get the feeling of you just wanting to be completely vulnerable with your counterpart and kind of wanting to express yourself in very intimate matters, okay? Especially if you haven't been in contact with this person for some time. Okay, then underneath that, we have the Wheel, the Knave of Swords, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so I feel like with this, there has to be some karma involved here, okay? And when I say karma, I can mean literal karma, or this could be kind of like a third-party karmic situation involved. Okay, then we have the scattered energy here with the Knave of Swords. Okay, someone who, like I said, is kind of scattered, a little messy, kind of lost in their thoughts, doesn't really think it through. Okay, but then we have the Six of Wands here. Okay, and this is in traditional deck, that's the card of victory. Okay, but I feel like within this third party karmic situation, there's almost this victory that's coming in the month of May, that's going to put an end to this indecisive, scattered energy here. Okay, so things are definitely turning. There is a new shift with your love life. However, it might not be immediate. Okay, it's definitely going to take some time. With this Knave of Swords energy here, it's definitely going to take some time to clear that scattered energy that's going on. It's even like scattering my thoughts. So it could have been that this person was constantly lying to you, and they kind of just like was constantly fumbling over their words, tripping up of their own tongue. Okay, it could have been, because if you look at this image here, you see this woman, she's like bent over, she's confident, and he's over here like trying to sweet talk his way into this situation with her, and she's just like, listen, I'm just giving you what you want, you're either gonna take it or not, I'm not trying to hear, you know, any sweet talk or anything like that. Okay, so I feel like you're not oblivious to the game that they're playing, you're not a bit oblivious to this scattered energy. Okay, it could be that it makes you or that your intuition just immediately sparks whenever you get that scattered energy from this person. Okay, but I do see with the wheel here, this whole third party energy and stuff like that here, there is a victory that's coming about it in the month of May. It's just going to take some time. All right, then we have for your counterpart's energy, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so traditionally this means having multiple options. But the thing is, with this deck specifically, I feel like it's almost like someone who did have option chooses somebody, okay? Because if you look at this guy, he's like deeply passionate towards her. Okay, so it could have been that this person has multiple options. It could have been that they had third-party situations involved, either currently or just multiple times, and maybe it was like a constant cycle, especially with the wheel here. Could have been that it was a repetitive cycle. Okay, so this could be someone who either sees you as having multiple options or you see them as having multiple options. I do feel like it is coming from more of their energy, but I feel like in the month of May, they're finally, I don't want to say they're finally choosing you, because, you know, someone who's meant to be in your life will always choose you. But I feel like they're finally opening themselves up to this situation instead of running from it or, you know, manipulating the situation in any way. Okay. Then, if I can pick it up, okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles talks about overall stability, okay, abundance, prosperity. This talks about someone who has the self-confidence, okay, that eventually, you know, built a whole foundation around them. Okay, this talks about that completion within that foundation and that prosperity. Okay, now in this picture, you see the man here, he's basically like, you know, admiring this woman. He's at her feet. Okay, she has fruits all over her body. She has a mirror above her so that she can admire herself, and so he could watch her admire herself. Okay, so I feel like the reason why he could be, you know, choosing you here in this situation is because he sees you as, you know, as someone worthy. He sees you as someone stable. He sees you as someone to build a life with. Okay, and then we have the Five of Wands here. So this conflict here, this is what's talking about this conflict here that's still in the way, Gemini. So I feel like if they are still in this karmic cycle or karmic energy, I feel like it has yet to be cleared. Although I do see them trying to make progress within the situation. Okay, so it's definitely up to you to decide how this situation goes, but I do see them trying to make an effort and trying to even just communicate to you in better ways. Okay, but it's going to take time. We have the Seven of Pentacles, slow but steady. Okay, so it's definitely going to take some time. You guys are definitely going to come to a point where you're going to have to completely get to know each other all over again. Okay, then right next to that, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so this here, so traditionally this talks about, you know, wise counsel, looking for a mentor, just trying to get guidance or advice, even within legal matters and stuff like that. But what in this deck, it's almost like this is the guy who basically has it all, right? He has his inner knowing, he has his truth, he has his power. Okay, and these are the women here just kind of at his feet. So I think in this deck it's actually called Ed Papa or something like that. Yeah, Ed Papa. Okay, so this is the man right here. And then we have that coming up right next to the Nine of Cups. So again, I just got this energy of this person choosing you, using their better judgment and using their inner knowing and the wisdom that's within them. Okay, and they're going to come in with this emotional offer. For some of you, they could even be watching you. Okay, this woman here, she's taking a bath, doesn't even notice this guy's watching her and admiring her. Okay, so if you do have like social media or if you guys have mutual friends and stuff like that, I do get the feeling that they could be watching you, maybe asking about you, getting some advice pertaining to you, or just asking people about you to see what you're doing, how you're growing and stuff like that. Okay, definitely a lot of past energy. So Gemini, I do want to say be careful with this karmic energy, this third party energy here. I do get the feeling you wanting to be with this person, you wanting to give all of yourself to this person, and there will be a victory here. It's just going to take a little bit more time. Okay, then the overall energy, we have the Two of Swords. So this person needs to make a decision. Even you, Gemini, if you decide that you're going to go for better and you're going to move on from this situation, okay, but there's a decision that needs to be made here. Then right underneath that, we have the Knave of Pentacles. So there goes that Knight of Pentacles again. Okay, take that how it resonates. But I just feel like this is overall talking about whether or not this person is going to take the opportunity, or if you're going to allow them to even take the opportunity. Okay, last card we have here. This is the Nine of Wands. So there's almost this sweetness here. There's almost this sweetness here, like this person just, or the both of you just want to, embrace each other. Okay, both of them are like completely vulnerable with each other. Okay, so there's a lot of passion here. There is that want for each other. However, for this month, there's definitely going to be some thinking to do, especially when it comes to this counterpart and this karmic situation. Gemini, is completely up to you what you're going to, allow, and what boundaries you're going to set from yourself going from here. Okay, so the first card we have is codependency, and then we have reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation. I'm sorry, I can't talk, y'all, but it's okay. We're gonna get there. But yeah, so codependency, it says we have addictions that are affecting your romantic life. Okay, and then we have reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. So again, this is definitely someone from your past. It's a situation from the past. Okay, but there are a lot of codependencies here, okay? Third-party situations. Okay, karmic cycles here that still need to close, but there is a reconciliation for you guys. Okay, this is someone from your past. This is destined to happen. I just get that feeling that it is going to take a little bit more time. And Gemini, with your general life reading, I feel like there's a lot of other things for you to be focusing on right now, or other things that you are focused on. And that's why this still needs to take some time. So this definitely isn't a bad thing or a negative thing in any way. Okay, this is definitely just opportunity for growth. Okay, then we have awakening. Okay, so I feel like this counterpart of yours is definitely awakening right now. They're awakening to this situation. They're awakening to their true emotions for you. They're awakening to their vulnerability. Okay, so be gentle with them at this time. But you also want to be gentle with yourself. Remember to always stay balanced. You don't want to overgive. Look at that. We have take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay, so take a break, Gemini. Like I was saying in your general life, okay? There's definitely the need here to take care of yourself. Give yourself a little TLC. Appreciate yourself a little bit more during this time. Okay, so I do want to clarify this third-party situation here. Especially for those of you that probably didn't resonate with the third party, because I know not everyone's involved in a third party, but unfortunately the energy is always coming up, and it is a common. But yeah, I just want to get more detail into this third party energy for Gemini. Okay, so yeah, so we have the Ace of Wands. Hold on. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is this person, the reason why this person had this third party situation going on, it was just for the sex. Okay, the Ace of Swords sometimes symbolizes the penis here. Okay, there's a passion, that fiery passion here. Okay, but it's just the ace. Okay, so I feel like this whole third party situation was definitely something that was just of the sexual matter. Okay, so that's why there's this need to go within for your counterpart to acknowledge, you know, the codependencies and the games that they could be playing, okay, to acknowledge what this connection really is and the damage that they could be causing, okay, but they're doing a lot of work from within. Okay, again, that swords energy. So it's just gonna take some time, Gemini. But this whole third party situation, I just don't feel like their intentions are really, you know, to be that type of person to you. Okay, they just have this, it could just be a sexual codependency of theirs that, you know, they're needing to change, and they need to go within to find their answers to do so. So it's taking time. But overall, Gemini, you do have a lot of good things starting in your life. Okay, the spark of an old passion of yours, or new passion. It doesn't have to be old. Take it how it resonates. But there's some prosperity, I believe, waiting for you, Gemini. So all right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull overall. Okay. So the first card we have is believe in spontaneous healing. Okay, then right here, I don't know if you can see this, but you have the throat chakra right here, especially with the blue energy within this card. Okay, so believe in spontaneous healing, especially believe if you're waiting on communication, believe that the communication is going to come in when it needs to. Okay, a miracle could come in. You have to believe in the magic of it all. Okay, so of course, if there's something you want to express or you're just waiting on communication from this person, it is going to take time. But also within that time, you need to believe in spontaneous healing, that this person will come back when they're meant to. Okay, guys, I kid you not. The next card we have, look at that blue. That blue is coming in also with the hint of purple that talks about that Four Swords energy, right? That going within, third eye. Okay, and this card says, Gaia needs you. Act from your crown and heart. Okay, so use your deeper knowing. Okay, use your heart. Follow your passions. Follow your light, follow your purpose, okay, Gemini? It's definitely important this month to follow your purpose. There's something you're passionate about, something you're really passionate about, something that you've been thinking about a lot, okay? Something that's been calling to you, even in the physical, so you could be receiving like physical signs of it, okay? But there's something calling you, or there's like this underlying dream of yours that you may not be putting out there, you may not be expressing, okay, but it needs to be expressed. Then the next card we have here is don't be the victim. Okay, stop letting fear and ego get in the way. Stop allowing third-party situations to get in the way, karmics to get in the way. Stop playing the victim, okay? You allow certain situations to happen in your life. We all do. Okay, we have to see the blessing in all of them. We have to see the purpose in all of them. Okay, we have to see the love and the bigger picture within everything. Okay, especially with this whole third-party situation. Okay, it's tricky energy, especially when you feel like someone whom you have a deep connection with and stuff like that could be entertaining other people and stuff like that. But sometimes certain things have to happen a certain way, and as long as this person puts the effort, there's nothing wrong with, you know, cooperating with that person. However, it's when your boundaries are overstepped, or when, you know, someone is not valuing you or respecting you, is when you need to draw the line, right? And assert your boundaries. You can't sit here and play victim. Okay? So if you allow this person to come in, You know, knowing that they're still having issues with third party situations, or they're still with that scattered energy where you feel like they're lying, or there's a lingering fear. Okay, you need to accept that you're acknowledging that to happen. And if something does happen or truth does come to light, you can't sit here and play victim. You have to own up to it. Okay, but overall, I don't feel like you're continuing with the crap. I think you're definitely sitting back for the month of May and analyzing your life and getting everything together with that. Meanwhile, you know, your love life and your counterpart are figuring out everything else they need to figure out. So just keep doing you, Gemini. This will be an inspiring and growthful month for you. So growthful, is that a word? I don't know if that's a word, but I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Please go ahead and hit the like button if it did resonate with you. Also feel free to leave comments if you wish. Subscribe to my page. Okay, all my information will be linked down below if you want to book any readings, donations, or follow my social media platforms. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.